Almond flour isn't just a gluten-free swap here, it is the whole reason why this mug cake is insanely good. It's just almond flour and it delivers a fudgy, chocolatey, moist cake in 2 minutes flat. It is dangerously easy to make, and I'm just gonna warn you, if you're watching this at 10 o'clock and need a sweet treat, you're welcome. Let's make it. Okay, let's talk about everything we need to make this quick and easy, grain-free mug cake. So first, I have my mug, my One Bad Mother mug, which I am figuratively, not literally. You need a mug that is at least 10 ounces big, because when this cooks in the microwave, it's gonna expand up. So make sure your mug is big enough, or you could use a ramekin too. And then I just have this grease with nonstick cooking spray. I have 1 egg. If you need an egg-free dessert, you can do that. You would just swap out, instead of 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, you would use 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and then add 3 tablespoons of milk to get that extra moisture. Okay, sugar. I'm just using regular old sugar, 2 tablespoons. But if you need something different, you could do that. You could reduce the sugar, you could use coconut sugar, you could use a sugar-free alternative, whatever floats your boat here. And then peanut butter, this is what I use, just Skippy peanut butter, it's a creamy peanut butter. If you have a natural, just make sure the oil's worked in really well. If you need a nut-free, you could do Nutella or like a sun butter too, also works. And then 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, which just gives it that chocolatey flavor. And then it also absorbs, almond flour has a lot of oil in it, so it also helps absorb that oil. Then baking powder, just to give it a lift, 1 tablespoon of milk. And then if you need dairy-free recipe, then you could just swap that out with whatever kind of milk you'd like. Vanilla extract for flavor. And then lastly, almond flour. 1/4 cup of almond flour. Have to use almond flour here. You can't swap out other gluten-free flours here. I do have other recipes on my website for like mug brownies or oatmeal mug cake, but for this recipe, 1/4 cup of regular almond flour. So let's start with the liquid ingredients first. So 1 egg, and I would use as small as egg as possible. And then add in your 1 tablespoon of milk. I'm just gonna do like a little splash of vanilla. And then in here too is when I'm also going to add the peanut butter, just to make sure. The peanut butter has the hardest time kind of getting incorporated into everything. So I'm just wanna make sure that it's all mixed in. So I have a tablespoon of peanut butter. And then I'll go ahead and add my sugar in now, just to kind of give this mixture something to work with and to incorporate it all together. And I just use a fork to combine everything and then just whisk it really well. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up as good as we could get it. It's not gonna be completely mixed yet, but when we add the other ingredients, it'll be fine. A tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, which is about 7 grams, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And lastly, your almond flour, which is 1/4 cup, about 25 grams. All right, and then just combine that again, and now you'll notice the peanut butter will work itself in a little bit more. How long this cooks really depends on your microwave. So I say about 1 to 1.5 minutes, but honestly, it depends on how strong your microwave is. So what I do with mug cakes is I like to cook them half the time, and then I will re-stir it with a fork. The ratio of eggs to the rest of the ingredients is kind of skewed. So if I cook it all at once, I notice that the egg kind of like sinks to the bottom and you get like a real gummy, dense texture on the bottom. So I like to stir it halfway through. It'll start to rise up, but then I stir it again, and then I'll finish cooking. The other thing I do is I like to add chocolate chips to this. I will stir them in also about halfway through, because the mixture will kind of thicken and it gives it something to suspend into. And that way it's also not just sinking to the bottom of the mug. So lots of fancy tricks here, none of them hard to make the best mug cake. The other thing you might have questions about is, how do I know when this thing's done? So you are looking for the top to be set, but a little bit slightly shiny still. My microwave, it only took a minute. The other thing you could do is sometimes I run a knife around it and I'll just like dump it onto a plate and I'll just make sure that the bottom is cooked through. It's kind of hard because the mug's so tall to tell if it's all the way cooked through. And then while it's still warm, I like to put some more chocolate chips on top because they get nice and melty. And then you'll just want it to sit before you dig in because you're gonna burn the crap out of your mouth if you dig in now. Just let it sit for about a minute, and this also kind of finishes cooking the mug cake before you jump in it. The best part of this cake is deciding what you're gonna put on it once it comes out of the microwave. I mean, whipped cream's kind of a must. And serving it warm is also a must. Ooh, it's so good. If you have leftovers, I recommend putting it in the fridge and then rewarming when you're ready to enjoy again. But honestly, no judgment if you just take down the whole thing at once. It is amazing. Thank you for watching. You can find the full printable recipe below, and I will see you in the next video.